Good evening and salutations, my BNP fans. Okay, so Will tells Bill, so weird actually saying that sentence, but he tells his dad that he's going to be working at Forster. And, Bill teases him and he's all like, why would you want to sit there and work over there and work with people who make dresses and, you know, as opposed to working at a real job and just kind of really, digs into him a little bit about it. But he doesn't stay on it too long, which is actually pretty good. He's just like, yo, listen, when you want to sit there and work at a real job, you come to your dad. And then Bill tells him about Katie and everything. Long story short, he is, and I can't believe I'm saying that they're saying this, he is still pursuing, he's still sitting there trying to reconcile with Katie. He's still gonna sit there and try to get back together with Katie. And I'm like, did you not hear what she said and the reason why she doesn't want to get back together with you? For all Bill's talk about how, she is the love of his life and he's always going to love her and respect her and things of that nature, it's like Bill saw what he wanted to see, okay? What he didn't see is every time that she talks about what he did to her, it breaks her. You have broken this woman. And not just once, but twice. Granted, it doesn't really matter how many times you cheat on her. It's a simple fact that you broke this woman. And my whole thing is, all his talk about how he truly loves her, if you love her, then you will let her be. You say you love her, but you love what you want more. You're putting your needs and your feelings ahead of hers. And in the same breath, they're talking about how you love her. That is absolutely ridiculous. For a man of his age to not truly know the definition of love. Because the true definition of love, it comes in many forms, but one of those things is being selfless. Is being selfless. In reality, just sit there and just back off and let her live her life. Love her enough to let her live her life in a semblance of peace. Because if you can't sit there and see every single time you talk to her and she talks about her past and her voice crackles and it's just sadness and pain and she has to constantly sit there and relive that every single time she talks about what you did, like I guess to me that's just insane. That is just the definition of insanity right there. um and Liam comes over and Liam tells Bill that um Will helped him, kind of come to his senses and realize that he still wants a life with hope. Which, okay, I'm pretty sure that yesterday, after you kissed her, pretty much without her consent, she said that we already talked about this. Hell, she said we already talked about this. Then you kissed her, and it's almost like in today's episode, they didn't even sit there and talk about that. They did not talk about that at all. You see Hope looking for something because she's stressed out about the meeting that she's about to sit there and have, saying, "Oh, I'm going to be on the Gellin team again." It was like, well, if your line was doing better, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. I mean, you acting like you didn't sit there and see this coming. But she's trying to look for something. He's trying to help her find it. And I'm like, so we just going to ignore what happened yesterday? We just going to act like that didn't happen? And that's literally what they do. It's like they just go about business. But as they're doing that, Liam was like, listen, I'll take Beth off your hands tonight, and this way, no matter which way this meeting goes, you can decompress. Clark comes in there, and he's like, you ready for this meeting? I got your back and everything like that. While that's going on, you have RJ and Zende getting along. Even RJ Smith there mentioning that Zende has been a great mentor. They're really excited. They're psyched for this line and everything like that. And Steffi's like, all right, well, we still waiting for Hope. When is she gonna grace us with her presence? And of course, you got Brooke and Bridge in the room. Um, they briefly talk about Luna and not reaching out to RJ, which is a good thing for him and the family and everything. And he just thanks everyone for their support. And then Hope comes in there, and this meeting gets started. And I'm telling you right now, this meeting is I don't even know how to sit there and describe it. Here's the thing. I want people to understand that, screw it, I'm not even bother sugarcoating it. So they present their case, and long story short, Steffi wants to get to the bottom of it. Steffi's like, listen, the line has been failing. I need to know what the numbers are. Are the numbers good? Are the numbers bad? What is the numbers like? Steffi asked a very clear and simple answer from the numbers guy. You want to know what the numbers guy is doing? He is spinning this every single other way other than what she asked for. He keeps avoiding the question. He keeps dodging the question. Carter, do you know what your job is here? I'm pretty sure he wears a couple of different hats. But you know what your job is right now? Your job is to sit there and give her the numbers, not to sit there and be Hope's PR manager. Because that's what he's doing. He's being Hope's PR manager. I'm like, that's funny. You're supposed to be in a logic right now, and then he starts talking about all this other stuff. And I'm not just saying that stuff doesn't help. Engagement is important, integrity is important, and the support is important. But he's missing a couple of things, though, right? He's like, if Hope gets that same support, resources, and everything like that, that Brooke has gotten with her bedroom line, then it can bounce back. But the thing is, though, and I know that Hope was successful, Brooke was always successful with that bedroom line, from what I understand. When she came out of retirement, it was like she never left. You can't sit there and compare Brooke's success to Hope's success. Brooke is a legend in that universe. Okay? And he's pretty much trying to say, well, if we did it for Brooke, then we could do it for Hope. And he's missing just so many different parts. And of course, there's the obvious. If he did not have a thing for Hope, he wouldn't be doing any of this. Because even Ridge is like, so dumping more money into a failing line does not make sense. In a logical sense. You are the logical guy, right? And so, finally, Stephanie gets an answer. It's like, yeah, well, the numbers aren't great. At first, Hope is like, well, he's projecting these numbers. No. We're not playing imaginary hopes and dreams. We're not doing that. We're here to sit there and get to the bottom of this. Now, remember, Hope before she came in, she's like, oh, well, she's always there threatening me with this and threatening me with that. I'm like, you do realize that she was also a person that gave your line another chance. Now, granted, she did that to keep you under control, but the point is, she still did it. But how many times should she sit there and keep doing the same thing? And that's what stuff feels like. So you just want to give her another pass? Is this what we're doing now? Is this what makes sense to the numbers guy? He stands there. He's like, no, I believe in her. And he does this impassionate speech. I mean, just imagine this man just doing the most mental gymnastics possible. I mean, if it wasn't so stupid, it would genuinely be impressive. But here we are. So now Hope is smiling, Carter's smiling, and they're gonna have to sit there and reconvene. Of course, Brooke keeps on saying, "Well, the line is good. The line is good." Brooke, this is where we are. This is where we are, people. So that is the general gist of this episode. If I missed anything, write it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.